Hi, Scorpio. Hello, hello. Happy July. I hope you guys are doing well. July. So, when I was contemplating the sign of Scorpio for the month of July, the word that I came up with is insistence. Interestingly enough, insistence. So, insistence is the act of insisting that something is the case, or that something should be done. Something should be done. Something is the case. Something that you know to be true. Scorpios are insightful and have the ability to have a more open perspective on things than other people might have. You know, Scorpio has the ability to be able to see the big picture, to look outside of the box, so to speak, when other people can perhaps be a little bit more narrow in their perception. So something in the month of July is causing you to be insistent, maybe with other people or within yourself, and acknowledging that something is the case or that something needs to be done. But there's an insistence here in the month of July. So let's take a look at your cards and see what comes up. All right. First card out is the Eight of Cups. Underneath that, we have the Major Arcana, the Death card. This is the card of Scorpio. Next card out, we have the Five of Pentacles. Underneath that, we have the Major Arcana card, the Magician. Next, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And underneath that, we have the Devil card, Major Arcana, the Devil card. Very interesting, Scorpio. So let's delve in, shall we? First card, the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is what I refer to as the bittersweet card. This is about leaving something that you have emotionally invested in. Moving away because this thing or person or whatever the case is no longer serving you. It's time for a new cycle. All right, so this is about, I call this the bittersweet card because look at all the full cups there. Obviously, this is something that you have invested some time and some energy and some emotion into, but for whatever reason, that phase of your life or you know, that thing that you were so set on or that you invested so much time in is no longer serving its purpose, and you know, and you're making the decision to even physically or you know, emotionally move on from it. It's time for the next phase. And what's prompting that is the Death card. So the Death card is the transformation card. Why? Because something has ended and it's time to bring new things in. So in order to make room for new things in our lives, we have to let go of the old and let that cycle come to an end so that we can move on and transform within ourselves and become something different. And the reason that the Death card is the Scorpio card is because Scorpios are masters of that. That's what we do. Even if we don't want to, that is going to be the cycle that you notice throughout your life is always about reforming and pulling yourself up from the ashes, should be the phoenix rising, so to speak, right? That's the metaphor for Scorpio, letting everything burn down to the ground in order to rebuild and create something new. So yet again, because we'll see this cycle happen quite a few times in our lives, yet again, we're doing that again. And we know that. We know that it's time for a transition, that it's time to move on from things that have become stagnant. You know, no matter how much energy or effort that we've put into something, it's time to move on from it. Part of the reason also for that is this Five of Pentacles. Might even be what prompts this transition or change. Five of Pentacles is the destitute card, the feeling of abandonment or financial destitution or sickness. You know, a lot of times this card is also like in our mind, although it can represent financial hardship. You know, but if you take a look at the picture on this card, you know, these people are left outside in the cold, right? Feeling abandoned, feeling destitute, like they have nothing. But the Five of Pentacles shown there is in the window of a church. So realistically, they could simply, you know, walk into the church and probably get all the help or assistance that they need. But this is the mindset right now, Scorpio. You know, this is the feeling of, you know, either health-wise, something's wrong, something's not feeling right. And because Scorpios are so intuitive and so in touch, if something's not feeling right within your body, or you have a lack of energy, or you're just not feeling yourself, you know that something's wrong and that something needs to be done, right? The same thing goes with finances. Okay, you know that something's not cutting it financially, right? You're not able to keep up with bills. You're not moving forward, or you're living paycheck to paycheck and you can't see a way out, you know? So it's like this kind of forlorn, destitute attitude about like, oh, well, here I am, I have nothing, and you know, everything like that. But there's a different perspective being offered. You guys have the ability to get yourself out of this situation, whether it be a health complication or whether it be a financial complication or whatever the case is that's making you feel abandoned and forlorn and destitute. You have the ability to move away from this in order to progress and start something new. Scorpio, more than any sign, has the ability and the willpower to do just that when they know that something's not working out. But that's what brings about this transformation, this current transformation that Scorpio's in. Something that you've put some time and some effort into simply isn't panning out anymore. Things are different. It's time to move on from it and let it go and put our effort and energy into something else that's going to get us out of whatever situation is causing us to feel like this. Okay. And how do I know? Because underneath that we have the Magician, Major Arcana, the Magician. Excellent card. This represents the fact that we simply can. We absolutely have the ability to get ourselves out of this situation because we have all the tools required to do so. This is the card of manifestation. Right? This is the card because we've gone through the transition, because we've gone through the transformation and we realize that we have to let go in order to bring something new in. Now we're ready to do so. And we've got all the tools and things that we need at our disposal in order to do that. Not only that, but with the Ace of Pentacles, we're being offered the opportunity to do so. So universe is giving us a gift. We're being handed a gift or a message that allows us to be able to pursue this, to work towards this. Now, the Pentacle suit represents the earthly tangible suit. So this could be, again, health matters, financial matters, career matters, property matters. But we're being given an opportunity here, and it's really important in the month of July, Scorpio, to make sure that you have your eyes open for that opportunity. And I feel that you guys will, because you're sick. You're sick and tired of being the Five of Pentacles, and you know that you have to change your circumstances and your situation in order to, to progress from this. It's really important. You have the opportunity coming in the month of July to change your circumstances, and you have all the tools and energy and qualities that you need to be able to bring this change about. We have the Devil card, Major Arcana card. So what type of things, Scorpio, have made you feel restricted or trapped or chained? What kind of even addictions do you have, right? The Devil can represent the addiction card. What's keeping you stuck? Well, in regards to health, is it your diet? Is it the way that you're eating? Is it the way that you're feeling? Is it not getting enough exercise? Well, it's time to change that, because it's time to bring in something new and to manifest. Is it negative thinking, right? Oh, listen, if you're thinking that you're broke all the time and there's no way to change your situation and there's no way to acquire new money or to move on or to get what it is that you want that provides that financial stability, that provides the security that you're looking for, how can you remove yourself from that negative victim mentality, right? Because a lot of times that's an addiction, right? If we're stuck in victim mode and, woe is me and life is hard and life is just, landed all this on me. And, sometimes we can get addicted to being stuck in victim mode, and you have to retrain the way that you think, and that takes time and it takes effort. But you guys have the ability to do that in the month of July. You have the ability to change the way that you think, to change your perspective, to take action. The opportunities being offered this month, definitely, Scorpio, to remove yourself from situations or things that are no longer serving you and take the opportunity that's being handed by the universe, to take it and run with it. I want to get a clarifier on this Devil card. The Devil card could be anything that's making us feel restricted or restrained, or anything that we're stuck on, or any kind of bad habits that we know that we have, right? If you do have, some type of like financial situation where you feel like you don't have enough money, or you staying stuck, well, are you spending money on any type of addictions? Shopping, food, substance addiction, anything else like that? This can be a burden, particularly for Scorpio, because we think too much. We literally drive ourselves crazy sometimes with the amount of thought and analysis that we put into stuff, or the overabundance of feelings that we have, right? The stress, the anxiety, and a lot of Scorpios, in a way to cope with that, will form addictions, right? Alcohol addictions, or, substance abuse addictions, or shopping, or comfort food, or whatever the case may be, just to try to make themselves feel better. But you definitely need to work on overcoming that in the month of July, Scorpio, if you're having some of these issues, because it's going to keep you from being able to really progress in what you're trying to do. Yeah. So the clarifier for the Devil card is the Major Arcana, the Strength card. Overcoming whatever it is that's keeping you restricted, Scorpio, is going to require strength, inner strength. And this month, I really do feel like you guys have the ability to do this. I mean, everything's showing that you do. You have the strength to do this. You guys have the willpower. What did I talk about at the beginning of the video when I talked about, Scorpio having the stamina and the willpower to pull through and to overcome obstacles? We do. We have that. Use it. Use it in the month of July, Scorpio. Be insistent with yourself. Insistence, that word that I talked about. Insistence. Something needs to be done. Something needs to change. Something needs to transform. No more stagnance. No more Five of Pentacles. No more sitting in this energy and being like, oh, woe is me. I don't feel good, or I don't have any money, or I'm destitute and forlorn or abandoned. We'll fucking do something about it, Scorpio. You know, I'm so like, I'm sorry to be so adamant about that. You know what I mean? But that's one of our pet peeves. It's one of our pet peeves, are people that are constantly talking about what's wrong in their lives and not doing anything about it. So be insistent with yourself. Insistent. Something needs to be done. This is the case. This is what's holding you back. This is what's preventing you from being able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And this is what you need to do about it. Absolutely. I know that I don't have to sugarcoat things with you guys, and that is so liberating for me. It's so liberating to speak to a group of people that, you know, just get it. I'm preaching to the choir because you guys already know everything that I'm saying. I mean, and if you're watching these videos, you're simply just getting confirmation from it. You already know. You already know that things need to change, or things just aren't working the way that they are. July. July brings great transformation for the sign of Scorpio. Great transformation. Leaving behind things that no longer serve, or that are keeping us restricted or stuck, and moving on so that we can accept all the gifts that the universe has to offer us. Spiritual guidance card. Dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world, there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pays off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. Yes. I just got chills a little bit, Scorpio, because it's so true. Start manifesting what you want in your life. And stop doing things that are the opposite of manifesting what you do in your life. Be insistent with yourself on that. I really, really appreciate, Scorpio, the support that you guys have shown me on this channel. The best way to support this channel is honestly to give a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. That allows more people to see my videos on YouTube. And it's really neat being able to, every month that I put these videos out, more and more people are watching. And if what I say has any kind of positive influence or offers any kind of encouragement or enlightenment to even one person watching this, well, then I have served my purpose. So thank you so much. If you would like to have a little bit more in-depth personal advice, or you have some questions that you would like answered for yourself, please feel free to reach out to me for a personal reading. I would absolutely love to work with you guys. All of the information on how to order a personal reading is on my YouTube homepage under the About section. So in order to get to my homepage, you simply click on the picture of that lantern underneath the video and go to the About section. Everything you need will be there right for you. I absolutely have faith in you guys, Scorpio, that you're going to overcome this obstacle just like you have all of the other obstacles. And you're going to do it with flying colors because you can. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you again. Mwah. Have a good month.